I went shopping again. Oh, yes, I did. I headed over to Etsy and bought some wool, and I just thought I would pop on real quick and show you what I got because you might want to go shopping too. So the first place I went to was WoolyDyeWorks, and she starts with plain wool and then dyes it all these wonderful colors. And I just don't do much wool dyeing myself, and so I could not resist. Look at this. This is called Dark Ginger Ale. And these are nice size pieces. Just love this. I figure I could get, I could get a couple pieces of art out of this. This is Turquoise Stone. And the nice thing about the way she does this, because she starts with the same base color, you want to come back and have like a repeat color, she can do that for you. This is Brown Pebbles. And you knew I had to get greens, right? Shades of Fall. This is Rhododendron Green. I will put the link to the shop down below in the description box. And I know it's like, why am I buying more fabric? But I am destashing a whole lot of fabric, getting ready to put that in the shop. So stuff that I know I'm not going to use. This is Tropical Green. And so I am replacing some of it just with wool. That's all it is. I'm not buying any more fabric really. And this is Conifer. Gosh, I love this. This is just, all of this is gorgeous. So that is from WoolyDyeWorks on Etsy. And this is my favorite, the Ringgold Kid. She upcycles wool. So she buys wool that she finds, like wool blankets and coats and what have you, and cuts them into, whatever the largest pieces she can. So you're going to get strips like this. And she had a bunch of these strips, and I immediately was thinking, I'm going to make some scroll books, some little scroll books. And the last time I bought from her, I bought like a little bit of everything. I wasn't really sure what I wanted. Now I have some ideas of what I want to do with wool. So this has like a little bit of a pink tinge to it. Didn't realize that online, but it's okay because there's not much and I can deal with that amount of pink. So I got a lot of neutral stuff because again, I really am picturing some scroll work. And I have a few other ideas. One of the other ideas was to work on strips individually and then stitch them together horizontally, and that could be really interesting. And so she, you never know what size pieces she's going to have in the shop. What she might have is a listing, say, for this color, and as you can see, I bought several pieces of it, and each one is listed. You just got to look at the dimensions of it. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I mean, look at this. So I'm good with the long strips. I really am. And they're all different weights of wool. So this is a little bit thinner. Big squares here. Look at this. Love this. This is so soft. This might be a little bit of some cashmere in there. Really nice. So here we have a longer piece. I actually was looking at this and thinking this would make a nice book. A scroll-like book, so that might happen. Or I might cut it up and do something else with it. Another piece that's got cashmere in it, very soft. And this was a pretty big piece. So it was my neutral. I could totally, that right there is big enough to be a piece of art on its own, or I could cut it lengthways and have a small wall art. But I did get a little bit of color because she had green and I had to go for the green. And her prices are very reasonable. So look at, this is a huge piece of green. Definitely figure I could do some eco printing on this. It's just a real pale, like a sagey green. Some small pieces of green, because I'm a sucker for the green, right? I'm an absolute sucker for the green. Even the little pieces. Because wool is just, it's so nice to sew on. You don't have to stabilize it. There's some, raveling of sorts, but it doesn't like come undone like, a muslin or a cotton or something like that. So great little strips, some bigger rectangles. I know I went crazy, but this was the last shopping. I was waiting for her to come back from filling her shop, and she did. Oh, this is great. And so again, she buys clothes and upcycles them by cutting the wool apart and then dyeing them in various ways, and you just get this wonderful variety. Yeah, I bought a lot of this kind because I love that mottled look. I got the darker ones, some little strips of brown. Those are really tiny and they'll be hard to hold on to, but you know, you could have a whole snippet roll like that. So I got more of the browns. We've got some larger pieces, dark green. So yeah, let me know if you go over there. Let her know that I sent you over there. Oh, this was the ombre. Yeah, so we start at the yellow and go to the green. So you could use it like that or cut it apart. This just made me think of the ocean, and I really am going to do an ocean piece. And this one too. Look at this. Can't you just see a whole ocean done on that? Ooh, or maybe a vessel. Oh, maybe that's what I'll use as a base for a vessel. So I went shopping, and maybe you want to go shopping too. Check out the Ringgold Kid, which is where I got this batch, and the Woolly Dye Shop, which is the other one. And they're both over on Etsy, and I'll leave the link down below in the description. Let me know if you go shopping.